What's going on, everybody? Welcome to Game Day Picks. My name's Kel Teschner. I am the Pirate King. And let's get into this. So these are all my picks for tonight's games. NBA 11/15/2023. This is a channel. If you guys are brand new to the channel, congratulations. And I'm just joking when I say congratulations. What I'm saying is thank you, right? Congratulations to me. Thank you to you. But this is an account where I am documenting the sports bets that I take. I want to start this off with just say, like, if this is your first time to the channel, do I win? Yes. But should you do your own research? Yes. And should you gamble at your own risk? Yes. I am not guaranteeing you guys wins. I'm showing you and documenting my sports betting journey. That's all that this is for. So this is my website. I'm with Winnable right here. I think this is a really great platform, and I'll show you guys why just here in a second. But if you click the link below, it'll drop you to my site, and where you'll be able to actually view all my picks. And as a matter of fact, I don't sell my picks. As you saw in the very beginning here, all my picks are 100% free, right? So my mission is simply just to give the most valuable education that helps sports bettors win. And so I mainly want to talk on this channel about how I do my research, where I make my picks, and just kind of provide education around bankroll management and to become profitable in sports betting. And I'm documenting my journey as I do that as well. So if you sign up, it's 100% free. All you got to do is click this subscribe button. It's going to ask you, do you prefer text message or email? And once you subscribe, then you'll get all of my texts or all my picks texted to you or emailed straight to you, depending on what you're looking for. So I'm going to cover the Kings versus the Lakers tonight. I'm going to cover the Timberwolves versus the Suns, the Bucks versus the Raptors, the Celtics versus the 76ers, as well as the Mavericks versus the Wizards. So let's hop right into it. It's on a little bit of a lengthy intro, but again, if you're brand new to the channel, thanks so much. And let's get into tonight's picks. So we've got Jordan Poole under 17 and a half points. He's consistently hitting below 20 points, which does not give me great confidence that he'll hit his over on this game either. And with the Mavericks being a more dominant team, I do believe that we have a good chance to winning this one tonight. It is a little bit risky because 17 and a half points is not too much. It's not a lot for him in a game. But if we look at what he's consistently doing over the long term, he doesn't hit over 17 points as much as he does. But we both know that if he wants to turn it on, this guy can put up 32 points in a game. So it is risky. But I just think if history were to repeat itself, then this is the way that I am going to go. Next, we got big man Luka under 9.5 rebounds. He averages about 8 rebounds per game. If we look at the entire season, he also in the last 6 games has not gone over 7 rebounds at all. And so, although this is another risky play, but what isn't a risky play? You never know who's going to fucking hit and who's not going to hit. All we can do is look at history, stats, and go based off of that. That's all that this is. Is like, is history going to repeat itself? And the books and everyone else are more likely going to say, yes, it is. And the reason why is human beings are creatures of habit. When under pressure, when they've got to win, when they're hurt and injured, they go to their ruts. They go to what's easy. They go to what's comfortable to them. Even people at the highest level, only so many people continue to push themselves like a man named Kobe Bryant, right? That man pushed himself to the very end. All right, next we're going to look at Kyle Kuzma over 23 and a half points. Another risky one. He's only averaging 24 points per game, but I do think that if they have any hope to beat the Mavericks, he's going to have to step up the game. He's going to have to put up points on the board. And if we look at the last 3 of his 5 games, he has gone over the line and not just barely over, but completely shattered it. And so for those reasons, I do think he can get it done as well. Next, we've got the Celtics versus the 76ers. So Jason Tatum, and I'm going to do 1 over, which is his assists. So I think he's going to go over 4.5 assists. And then I also think he's going to go under 3.5 points. And the reason why is the last time he played the 76ers, he was heavily guarded. He only put up 16 points, but he had high assists. And I think the same is going to happen tonight. If we look at his historical records, he's not doing more than 30.5 points consistently. He is getting over 5 assists consistently, however. And so I think that this is a good 2-man parlay, two-pick parlay. I did bet these completely straight. I'm not parlaying anything, but Obviously these go hand in hand. If he's not going to score, he's going to pass. And so I do think that that's what plays out tonight based on what played out just a couple of weeks ago. Another risky one, Joel Embiid, under 31. I'm going for the under, you guys, 31 and a half points. It's a risky bet because we all know he crushes getting his points on the board. But, he's got a hurt hip. He's injured. And I do think that that affects either how much time he plays in the game or what he can actually do in the game. And so for not being 100% healthy, I don't think it's unrealistic to see him put up less than 31 and a half points. I do think that the book is just kind of going off of what his historical average is, which goes well above this number, but he's hurt and they might pull him. There's more important things coming down the pipe than tonight's game. And then next, we're going to look at Tyrese Maxey over 4.5 rebounds. I just think that that's a no-brainer. Maxey has done over 4.5 assists almost every single game, and this just seems like such a low number for him that I think he'll go over that. All right, next is the Bucks versus the Raptors, 11/15/2023. I don't know why I'm reading you guys the date, but who cares? All right, so Pascal Siakam over 6.5 points. Now, this guy is all over the rebounds. This seems like such a low number for him. He does hit about 7 rebounds per game on average on the season. The last 4 games in a row, he's gone over the 7 rebound limit. The last time that they did play the Bucks, he did get 6 rebounds. So he's right at the line. Technically, it's under the line. And so, with that being said, I don't know, man. Maybe he goes under, but I think if history were to continue to repeat itself, he's got a great chance of going over. And I think that if we trust in the momentum that he has going into this game, rebounds is something that I think is not too far away for him. Next, we've got Scotty Barnes over 20.5 points. And if we look at historically again on his games, he's hitting only 20 points on average. The reason why I'm looking at this pick is I think 21 points against he got 21 points against the Bucks last time that they played. And I do think that this pick is a bit of a coin flip, right? I mean, a lot of these are. Life is too short to bet the under. So I'm going to go for the over on this. I think that he gets it done, 20.5 points, Scotty Barnes. Next up, we've got the Timberwolves versus the Suns. So we've got Kevin Durant, who, he's a key player. 26.5 points is a low line. He can easily put up 30, 34, 35 points in a game. I think they put up a good amount of points against the Lakers. I think he had like 28 points against them, and they're a more difficult team. And so for those reasons, I think that he puts up a good amount of, I think he covers this at least, he is a key player. If they want to win the game, he's got to move and groove. I did see that Devin Booker was on. I looked at his stats. It said that it's very probable that he plays. And so I took this over literally this is the only reason why I took the over. His average of the games that he's played is about 30.1 points per game. But on top of that, he's been out for a long time, right? He's got an ankle issue going on. But in the midst of this issue of him being out for a long time, he came back twice. And in both of those games, he did over 30 points. So I think for those reasons, he comes out on fire. And if he comes out on fire, this is definitely going to hit. And then next we have Anthony Edwards. Obviously the Wolves, I think they've got themselves beat against the Suns. And I think Edwards is the man to lead the team. 26.5 points is not too much of a challenge for him. Pretty consistently puts up over 30 points in a game. Nearly almost every game this season, he's put up over 28 points. So, I think, yes, I think the Suns are a more dominant team in this lineup, which is why this is so low, but I think he covers this pretty well, especially if they want to win. All right, next up, you guys, and this is the last one that we're going to cover. This is the Kings versus the Lakers. So last night, we took Cam Reddish. Cam Reddish was 10.5 last night. He hit 10 points. And then the last 4 or 5 minutes of the game, they pulled Reddish out and they put their other players in. And it's unfortunate because the Lakers were just up by 30, 40 points. It was unlikely that they were going to lose that game. Why spend the people that they need to keep long term? So he didn't get his 10.5. We lost that one. But because this is at 9.5, look, as long as the Kings bring a fight, Cam Reddish is going to get some play time. Anthony Davis is injured with his hip. And LeBron is really trusting Cam Reddish in these last few games to take these points, especially these 3-pointers. And Reddish puts up the 3-pointers, right? He put up 9 points last night with 3-pointers alone. So we took Reddish over 9.5 points because, you know, I just going to have faith in the man and getting it done. I think he can get it done. The guy can really shoot. Domantas Sabonis, I don't even know how to say his name, but this is over 6.5 assists. This seems like a low number for a guy who, on average, he's getting like 7 assists per game. In the last 3 games, he did 9, 10, and 12. So he's basically almost hitting double digits the last 3 games in a row, 2 of the 3. And then obviously the last 6 games in a row, he's pretty much gone over the 6.5 assists. So this, you know, I think this is a pretty safe bet right here. And then we have Anthony Davis. I'm not going to take him on points. If you look at him last game, that's obviously where he got his hip messed up, and he only did like 19 points or something like that. I don't think that he comes out on fire. I think that they're going to kind of, you know, preserve him. But the time that he does play, I don't think it's unrealistic for him to get 3.5 assists or more. You know, he's going to do a lot of passing. He's going to have to work through some stuff. He might put up 10 points to 22 points at most, but a lot of his action, I think, is just going to be passing the ball. And so if we look at the last 6 games, he has relied heavily on that as well. He's gone over 5 assists per game, which means that, you know, I just think he's going to hit it. And if we look at the whole season, it's an average assist of 4 per game on the season. So Anthony Davis over 3.5 assists. And then lastly, we've got this one. I don't have much of an explanation for this, but we're taking Fox here at 26.5 points. If they want to beat the Lakers, they're going to have to bring some heat. And I think that if there's going to be somebody that puts up, you know, 32, 33, 34 points in this game, it is Fox. You know, he comes to it every single time with some passion, I hope. I don't know. But anyways, you guys, this is my little breakdown of the picks for tonight. And yeah, there's going to be a link down below if you want to be able to subscribe to this Winnable. Every time that I take these picks, it will be text messaged or emailed directly to your phone. Just depends on what you want. And you guys will have access to all that right away. So have a great day. Thanks so much for watching this video. And don't forget to subscribe.